introduction. Today we're going to be talking about the coordinate plane. Everybody's favorite plane, the coordinate plane. Okay, where we graph points and then graph curves and lines and everything else that you can think of. So we'll go back and review some definitions. Make sure you remember how to graph some points. That's all there is to it. So let's get started. We should be able to go through this pretty quickly. Okay. So ordered pairs are listed with the x-coordinate first and the y-coordinate second. Remember, the x-coordinate goes left and right, and the y-coordinate or the y-axis is up and down. Okay. Your four quadrants of the coordinate plane, the x-axis and the y-axis divide the graph into four quadrants. Okay. Quadrant 1 is in the top right. Quadrant 2, top left. Quadrant 3, bottom left. Quadrant 4, bottom right. So the four quadrants make a C, okay, as you draw them around. You should know that because you will be asked for the quadrants at some point, all right, as to maybe what quadrant a point is in. Okay, so you should know quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, and where they're located. That may be something you may have forgotten. All right. Okay, so the ordered pair, the x-coordinate is the first coordinate, the y-coordinate is the second coordinate. It's x comma y. All right. X comma y. It's alphabetical. All right, that's the easiest way to remember it. Okay, so for example, if I want to graph the point 4 comma 1, I'm going to go 4 spaces to the right. Remember, x-axis is left and right, y-axis up and down. So my x-coordinate is 4, my y-coordinate is 1. I'm going to go 4 spaces to the right, 1 space up, make a point, and I'm going to label this as A. What quadrant is this in? Remember, your quadrants make a C, so this is quadrant number 1. Okay. B is -1, -3. I'm going left 1, 3 down, make a point, call this B, and this is in quadrant 3. All right, we're using the Roman numerals here. C is in -1, 2, going left 1, 2 up, make a point. C is in quadrant 1, 2. D is on 0, -2. I don't go left or right any. I just go 2 down and make a point. Call this point D. Okay. D is not in a quadrant. So it's not in a quadrant. But what D is it's on the y-axis. Okay. D is on the y-axis. And letter E goes 4 to the right, then doesn't go up or down any. So I'm going to put a point here, label it with an E. Again, E is not in a quadrant. It's not in one of the 4 quadrants. It's simply on the x-axis. Okay, and there's my answer for those 5. Make sure you label the points if you're asked to, and you need to be able to name those quadrants. All right, so now, if I give you a point, you should be able to name the point for me. So from 0, I'm going 1, 2, 3 to the right, and I'm not going up or down. So A is at the point 3, 0. B, I'm going left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 3. B is the point -4, 3. C, I'm not going left or right at all. I'm just going up 5. So 0, 5. And D is looks like 2 to the left. I'm going to say that's 2 to the left and 2 down. So I'm going to call it -2, -2. It's hard to see if it's on the line or not, but I'm just going to say that it's on the line just to make my life a little easier here. And since I think most of you know how to do this anyway. All right, finally, you give us a chance just to make sure that you know how to do it. Name these points and name the quadrant for each. So letter A is -4, 5 in quadrant 2. Letter B is -2, 3 in quadrant 2. Letter C is 1, 3 in quadrant 1. Letter D is 5, 4 in quadrant 1. Letter F is -5, -4 in quadrant 3. G is -3, -2, also in quadrant 3. H is -2, -3, also in quadrant 3. And then K is 5, -4 in quadrant 4. So there's my answers for part A here. And part B asks you to plot it and then say where you are. So letter A, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, 4 up, make a point, call it A. I'm in quadrant 1, 2. Letter B is 3 to the right, 2 down. Here's B, 1, 2, 3, quadrant 4. Letter C, I'm not going left to right, I'm just going 4 up, make a point. It's on the y-axis. And then letter D is 2 to the right, don't go up or down. And I'm on the x-axis. And there's my answer. And that's it. That's how you graph points. That's how you name points. The biggest thing that most people have probably forgot were the quadrants. Make sure that you know those. As always, thanks for clicking.